Sharkast. 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 IAA Sharkast.
Hello, Sharkland. This is Dr. Don with Sharkast, episode 65, Inclusion Conference Schedule. Yes, that's right. Next week, we have our Inclusion Conference. So you can see on the screen our website, Inclusion School 2023, iaa.edu.ec. And so if you go to this website, you have everything you can possibly need, and starting with the schedule and the dates that it'll take place. So let's talk a little bit about the Inclusion Conference, and then we'll talk about next week. First, let me do a review of next week, just so that we have that clear, and then I'll review it again. This has been sent out last week also, but we just want to make it super, super clear. We have a strange, different week because of the Inclusion Conference next week. Next week, we will have Monday through Thursday half days that start at 7:50 a.m. and go till noon. That's 12 o'clock. So you need to drop your kids off, even on Monday. It's not a late start day. Monday, drop your kids off at 7:50 a.m., pick them up at 12. The reason why we're doing that, just in case you're not aware, is we have some of our keynote speakers, as you can see from your screen, Ford Dyke, Leanne Jung, Virginia Simmons, and some other featured speakers that are coming from all the way across the world, and they're getting here Sunday night, Monday morning. And they will be working with our students and teachers during the school day. And then they'll be doing in-service training for our teachers in the afternoons of that week. So we're really maximizing our learning. You can see from this conference, the regular fees for an individual for a general fee was $400 for registration. This is a pretty typical price, maybe on the low end for international educational conferences. So you can imagine if we were to send our teachers to a conference like this with these kind of experts presenting, that it would cost us a lot of money. We'd have to send them to whatever country the conference is in, pay for their hotels, pay for their food, pay for the registration fee. And so the most we can really send to conferences like that are maybe 5 or 6 teachers, which that doesn't give us all the training that we'd like. So we're hosting the Inclusion Conference here at IEA. All of our teachers are registered free of charge. And they're able to get not only the whole conference, but they're able to get the pre-conference at IAA, where these experts come, work in our classrooms, work with our kids, work with our teachers, so that we can be well-trained and be using best practices in our classrooms to help our kids succeed. So it's really exciting that we have this opportunity. This year, we've also opened this opportunity up to our parents, and we have 53 parents that have registered. Make sure, parents, if you've registered and you haven't filled out the form to pick your lunch choices, and you want lunch when you're here, make sure you do that. But we have Ford Dyke as a keynote speaker, and he's going to speak on what makes us human. We have Dr. Leanne Jung, your students, my students, our students, rethinking equitable and inclusive classrooms. And then we have someone we know and love, Dr. Virginia Simmons, Why Inclusion, on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. So the conference actually begins on Thursday. So students leave at 12. And as your kids are leaving, please make sure you take them home. They can't just hang out at the school all Thursday afternoon, because at 12 p.m. we start registration. Our folks come in from outside of the country and from in Guayaquil. And we have kind of a welcoming session at 12:45, and then the general session at 1 o'clock with Ford Dyke's keynote speech. And then at 2:15, we have breakout sessions. So if you click on these little arrows here, you can see all the breakout sessions. They're an hour long. So we have Dr. Simmons doing a gifted students panel discussion. And those are our students in the gifted program that will be presenting and answering questions about their experience with our gifted program and with Dr. Simmons, who first started the program. So that's pretty exciting. Parents of those students, please make sure you register. And then, sure, we'd love to have you there. That'd be great. Attend. That would be awesome. We have Jonna Bobson, who actually was a keynote speaker at our last conference, and she's doing best practices for teaching students with autism spectrum or sensory motor disorders. So that shows all the breakout sessions. And as you can see, each time we have 6 to 8 to 9 sessions that are offered that you can pick from. And then we have more breakout sessions at 3:30. Awesome. All these great people that are speaking and presenting on all kinds of great topics to help our kids. We have our new director, Dr. Jessica Gilway, will be attending and presenting at the conference. She will be the director in the 2023-2024 school year, and she's doing Restorative Practices 101, and then the next day she'll do Restorative Practices 102. And you can see Maureen O'Shaughnessy is also presenting, and she was a former director of IAA. So kind of cool that we have this reunion of all these great people that are coming and joining us. 6:00 p.m. after the last session, we have in the covered area a reception for all those that are registered for the conference and that fill out their form for food preferences and what they're going to be attending. Will be welcome to attend that. We'll have our high school and middle school kids will be performing 9 musical numbers during that reception, and we'll have nice food and drinks and social time, getting to know people from all over the world, including our keynotes and our featured speakers. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Then you can see the fun continues on Friday. Friday, there is no school. Do not send your kids to school on Friday. Go enjoy your long Carnival weekend. 9:30 a.m. or at 8 o'clock, we have our general session with our keynote, Dr. Leanne Jung. And then we have our breakout sessions, and you can see once again, we have all of these really awesome speakers for each breakout session, and you can choose between all of these different sessions and attend the one that you want. They're all going to be in the G building or the library building, so that's really, really cool. And then our entertainment for that night will be Chivas. That's right, we're going to get on the Chivas. We're going to have a great time, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. And then Saturday is our last day of the conference. We'll be beginning with our general session at 8:30 with Dr. Virginia Simmons, who started this conference in 2020. So we're really thrilled to welcome her back. We'll have more breakout sessions throughout the morning. We'll have lunch, and then we'll have last couple breakout sessions at the end of the day, and then we will be done at 3:30. Just a reminder, school Monday through Thursday, 7:50 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m., which is also called noon. Make sure you pick up those kids on time so that we can make space and room for our presenters and our folks that are coming to visit us. This will be a great opportunity, and we are very, very thrilled to have the support from the U.S. State Department and AMISA to help sponsor this conference. We're a very small school to be sponsoring a conference where we already have close to 200 participants registered. And so we're really excited to host a great conference. Go Sharks!
Sharkast.